What's up, guys? We're going to take my chain and take it up to the local shop. They have a Muc-Off set up there where they clean your chain and everything. So this is a SRAM flat top chain, and with my Archer set up here with a 14 speed. But anyways, just want to take it up there and run through this system that they have. See if it actually works, see if it takes off any muck. I've used this chain in a race. I've used it riding on some gravel race, all that stuff. So so we're going to take it up there, see if it actually cleans it off, and then ride it and see if it actually makes any difference. I actually already waxed my chain, so this system they have, it's supposed to like shake the chain and do some kind of frequencies and all that stuff to really clean out any kind of dirt and stuff in there. So let's take it up there, see if it actually works or not.
First step is you have to degrease the chain. So you have a degreaser.
Very nice. That's Muc-Off degreaser right there. Yeah.
And you gotta scrub. Just gonna get some of that surface stuff off. So just try to get some of the just kind of surface grime off.
Oh yeah. You don't want to get that going into the tanks, I guess.
Well, it's going to go into a wash. That's just going to help agitate some of the harder to get stuff off. I've done 2 or 3 now without doing this, and this makes the process go by a lot faster. So
it would take longer to get all this kind of hard to get stuff off of there.
Yeah, if I don't do like the prep on it, I have to do 3 cycles of it versus just 2.
It'd be kind of like, washing your car by spraying it with water hose instead of actually scrubbing it. Yeah.
Guy right here is set to like 30 degrees Celsius.
Got
a little fry basket here.
Very nice. I like that basket. That's what I need.
So you just
drop it in there, huh?
Stick it in.
Sweet.
Cover it. Set it for 10 minutes.
So we'll do that for 10 minutes. Huh?
Yep. Then I'll take it out, scrub it again, flip it, put it back in for another 10 minutes, and then we'll dump it in there.
Nice, and that's ultrasonic, so it's like shaking it kind of?
Yep. And 2 charge extra.
Anything I make on this video, you're gonna take a piece of it, huh?
A little piece of that $5.
Yeah, I'll give you 25 cents. All right, so we pulled it out of the first wash tank.
Yep.
It's all cleaned up. That's good. All right, so we're coming over here to the lube tank?
No, and then I'm gonna scrub it again.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna wash it again.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You do two, like you said, you do 3 if it's like you don't scrub it.
Right.
I see. Just some more scrubbing. All right, so we're dumping back in the wash tank for the second round. And this is 10 minutes as well?
Yep.
So will it shake it if you don't put the lid on it? Will it get all messy? You know what liquid is that in there? Oh, there you go. All right, chain cleaner. Sweet. Okay, so it's done with the washing tank. And the next thing is the lube tank.
We gotta take all of the, make sure we get all of the alcohol and stuff that's on here off first. So it gets another rinse and degrease. So we're gonna play with the degreaser one more time.
Man, that is shiny. That's crazy.
The other thing too is like,
oh yeah, none at all. No dirt. All right, got it all rinsed off with water now.
and we're gonna let it dry.
Super clean. Purdy.
Clean.
Yeah, it is. You can eat off that chain. All right, so this is the lube tank.
Yes, this is the Ludicrous AF lube.
Major loss.
Ah, Ludicrous.
Ludicrous AF.
Oh, AF. Okay, gotcha. I got to throw that AF in there. Oh, that's look at that. That's nice. That's awesome.
Not bad.
And how long does it sit in this one?
So 10, and then we do flip it again and do another 10. So 20 minutes sort of.
Perfect. 20 minutes in the lube tank.
Yep.
And then after that,
Done.
you ready?
Yep.
Sweet. See just how clean that thing is. Looks so good. All right. And it's got a little bit of a, like, it's not a wax. It's definitely got a little wetness to it. So I guess it's a form of wax or something, I'm not sure, but it's supposed to be crazy fast. You can see, like, my hands, they're wet from it. See how easy it is to wipe off. I'm used to using wax, which is not wet whatsoever, but that comes off really easy. It's not like it's grease, you know. So yeah, so now my hands are, and they got a little bit of a kind of lubricant feel to them, but they're not, it's not like grease where it stays on you. It probably wash off pretty easy. So all right, so we're gonna go out and test it out and see how it feels. Okay, so I did the first ride today, and the chain felt really good. It definitely felt faster, and you know that could be placebo as well, because they claim that it's like an 8-watt advantage. The one thing about the lube is it's definitely not wax. It's you know, it's a wet lube. You can see there, I got it on my finger. It reminds me really of like when you take your chain, you put brand new, you know, you pull it out of the package, it has that lube on there, the stock lube. It reminds me of that, but it's not as sticky. So it seems a little more wet, I guess you would say. Now I am feeling a little bit of you know, dirt right now and sand that's in there, and I can feel it when I rub it together. So you know, so there is the sand right there. So I'm curious how that will work over time. If I zoom in here, I doubt you can probably see it, but there's the sand right here. And then I can feel it in my hands there. There it is. You can see some of it on my fingers. So it has picked up some sand, which I don't like the idea of that. Now I will say, like, doing steady state efforts, I didn't really feel an advantage with this. It was really when I was trying to accelerate, like jump up a steep climb, or if I was going around a turn, accelerating out of the turn. That's where it seemed like it was really smooth, that, you know, the power was not being lost to the drivetrain. All right, so now this is the chain, obviously extremely dirty. I just rode it on some dirt roads, about a 90-mile dirt road ride over the weekend. It's right above 400 miles now, 410 miles, and it's definitely, you know, needs a clean. So it's now it's really dry. It doesn't have much on it. You can see right there, it has a little bit of dirt and stuff coming off of it. So, you know, with this setup, you know, if you use it, you're going to get about 400 miles. Now, you know, this was about 2 weeks for me, roughly. All of those rides I rode on dirt on probably, I don't know, 60 to 65% of those rides. So if you're riding on roads that are super dry and smooth, like it's a road ride, stuff like that, you probably can eke out about 450 miles, I would say, maybe even 500 miles, depending on the conditions and everything. But I would say this lube is definitely a like race day lube. You know, because one, you got to pay to get it done. The you know, cost of it, I think, is around $60 to have it done to your chain, or somewhere in there is the recommended price of doing it. So now, as far as like, could I feel a difference? There was definitely some rides where early on where I was riding side by side with a buddy of mine, and I averaged about 30 watts less than he did on a riding side by side. Now, I don't think that was all the chain. We did have different tires. He had some tires that were rolling a little bit slower than mine here. So I think, that was probably, most of it was tires. And they claim, I think it's 8 watts is what they say you save with this. So now for me in the future, will I use this? Probably so in a race situation. If I know I have a big race coming up, and I will definitely get it. What I would do though is I would probably have a secondary chain that I just have it waxed like this. I don't know if you want to call it wax. It seems like a wet lube. I was talking to the mechanic and he was saying it's actually dry, but it seems wet to me when it's on there. So I would have another chain that I just always have set up and prepped for races, and then have a training chain that I'd use with just my wax. So yes, I would say it is faster, it is quieter. Really the areas I feel it the most is in accelerations, like when you're trying to accelerate up a hill real quick or coming out of a turn. That's really where I feel it the most. And as far as steady state, I don't really feel any difference. And once again, it's hard to say you could feel 8 watts. I mean, that's really small. So, but I will say that even if it doesn't help you out, then there's still some placebo effect going on there, which obviously helps you out as well. But yeah, chain is definitely making some noises and definitely dry at 400 miles plus. So, all right, so that's my review of the Muc-Off chain lube here that's called Ludicrous AF. And if you want one of the fastest chain lubes, you definitely want to get this for your races. For longevity though, I would stick to another chain lube.